Time walking updates coming in 12.0.7. We already know Dragonflight time walking's coming. This badass mount in the thumbnail's coming. And probably players in general will be coming because the Turbulent Timeways return is going to be happening with all new rewards and everything else. We have a nice summary video here from Mr. GM in terms of all the things that are coming with the new time walking shit happening at 12.0.7. Nice little kind of time walking pump up revamp. Let's see what this is all about.
Hello there and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about time walking, and more specifically we're going to talk about all of the time walking updates coming in patch 12.07 of midnight. There's actually quite a few updates here, including a brand new expansion as well as a new Turbulent Timeways. But before we jump into that, guys, I do want to give a massive shout out to all of our channel members and everyone over on the Patreon. Just started posting over there fairly regularly, and if you want to support the channel in that way, you can check out the link down below. All right, so yes, patch 12.07 is coming. It is now live on the PTR with the testing fully underway. We're about a month away from launch at this point. The launch is rumored to be June 16th or 17th, depending on your region. So yeah, about a month away as of the recording of this. And this patch brings a menagerie of new features, including some updates to time walking. So let's get into it. First and foremost, Dragonflight time walking is coming to the game in 12.07.
That's right.
Yeah, the last couple of years we have been blasting out these time walking updates, and yeah, we are getting Dragonflight time walking. I know it doesn't feel that long.
I don't know why though Blizzard decided to put Dragonflight like Algathar Academy and shit in the current Mythic Plus rotation and then give us Dragonflight time walking too. They didn't let the nostalgia build. Like, I just feel like we're still doing Dragonflight shit. So I think it would have been cooler had they not given us Dragonflight in the current Mythic Plus rotation and then gave us this. It would be like, oh, we're going back to Dragonflight. Currently, it feels like we never left Dragonflight, to be honest. We've been getting that shit constantly. Give me that mount. Yeah, that mount is freaking glorious. I agree with that.
But it was. So yes, we will be getting Dragonflight time walking. This will likely come with a Dragonflight rep buff, which is not on the PTR right now, but I would imagine it will be like 50% rep from combat and quests. The dungeons in the Dragonflight dungeon pool are the Algathar Academy, Halls of Infusion, Neltharis, Ruby Life Pools, the Azure Vaults, and Brackenhide Hollow. Now, of course, with
Brackenhide Hollow, that was kind of fuckery, honestly. The mob pulls in that one were kind of jiffy, but scuffy, I want to say. This guy right here, though, the dragon with the hookah, this is my kind of guy.
Dragonflight time walking comes a Dragonflight time walking vendor. This vendor is called Zydan and is located in Valdrakken in the Bronze Enclave. And he sells a bunch of awesome Dragonflight themed cosmetics, like 2 new mounts. So we have 2 new mounts for the time walking vendor for Dragonflight. We have the Liquid Hot Magma Slug, which looks like this, which is one of the unused colors of the slug mount from Zeralak Cavern.
Right, a magma cum shot. I mean, nice.
And we have the Blackfurred Bakar as well. Obviously,
this one's badass, but I kind of wish it was as big as the big boy. This should have been like, you know, the size of God. What's his name? The fucking dog mount. That's badass. He's huge. This is cool. The black colorway is nice on him. I just wish he was a big boy too.
A recolor of Tyvan, but just a little bit smaller. Both of those will be 5,000.
Isn't it Tyvan? What the fuck's that mount name?
And what badges each. We also have the Infinite Broodkeeper's Great Staff. This is 1,500 Time Warp badges and is a recolor of the Broodkeeper's weapon from Vault of the Incarnate. So yeah, an awesome sort of staff appearance there. We also have Khan's Ceremonial Crossbow. This is an awesome looking crossbow transmog for 1,500 Time Warp badges. We have the Arsenal Lost Plunder Key. So this is pretty cool, actually. This comes with a 2-handed staff version, an offhand, a 2-handed pole.
These are great, but why did Blizzard have you hold the key the wrong way? It totally ruins the entire thing. You should be holding the key the same way they do in the fucking PlayStation game. Well, Kingdom Hearts, you got to hold the key the right way. What the fuck is this? It's a backwards key.
Full arm and a 1-handed mace. So literally every class in the game can use this if you want, and it's a giant key transmog for 1,200. You also have the Arsenal Found Plunder's Key. Similar sort of situation here, just a slightly different model. But yeah, you get 4 different transmogs from this one arsenal, which is pretty cool. We also have a 1-handed sword called the Infinite Time Slicer. Nice. This is a pretty cool appearance. I'm not sure what the reference is here. I'm sure you guys could sound it off in the comments. Maybe one of the bosses from the expansion used it or something like that. But this 1-handed sword is 1,000 Time Warp badges. We also have the Ensemble Time Lost Earthwarden's
Neltharion
battle
set.
gear. This is Neltharion's armor from Aberrus. Yeah, this is a cosmetic appearance, so is available to all armor types, and is a helm and shoulder transmog. Yep, we're finally getting to wear it, which is actually really, really cool.
That's nice.
That's going to set you back 2,500 badges. We also have the Ensemble Shadowflame Seared Druid Garb. This is awesome, actually. This is a set, obviously, we saw the NPCs wearing and things like that, but we never actually got to wear it in-game, and finally, with Dragonflight Timewalking, it's coming. This does come with two different shoulder types. You have the mantle and the wings. Obviously, the wings being way more cool, of course. There is two chests as well, but I don't really see the difference, so I'm not too sure on that. But overall, yeah, a very, very cool set. The gloves are amazing on it. That's going to be 4,000 badges, so it is pretty spenny, but probably worth it. Another ensemble is the Ensemble Winter's Dreaming Garb. This is a recolor of this set that we've seen a couple of times in Dragonflight. I believe it's an unused recolor of it. It is 2,000 Time Warp badges and is a shoulder, back, and transmog ensemble. We also have the Ensemble Pristine Draconic Scholar's Finery.
Nice
Again,
one.
a kind of recolor of a set that we did see a couple times in Dragonflight in a red and gold
Fire
version.
Mage set.
Does it pretty good for the most part. It is 2,000 badges as well. So the next ensemble is the Ensemble Razor Scale Pauldrons. This is 2,000 Time Warp badges. Now, this is actually the unused shoulders for the Dracthyr. So when they originally announced the Dracthyr...
I was going to say, this looks so Dractheory. Like, if anyone's who plays Dracthyr, you're going to eat real good in this freaking time walking event, because there's so many Dracthyr-looking armor sets.
They had some other kind of default shoulders, and this was actually one of them. And this comes in a variety of colors and is available to all races and all armor types. So yeah, you can finally wear the Dracthyr shoulders, as well as the Dragonstone shoulder pads as well, which is another sort of Dracthyr reference here in all of the colors once again. And both of those are 2,000 Time Warp badges. We have a 3D back piece as well, the Scavenger's Banner. This is a back piece, of course, a reference to the Knolls of Dragonflight. Pretty cool there, pretty massive as well, so that's only 600 badges as well.
Cool.
As well as the Emergency Landing Kit, which is also a 3D back piece that we didn't get in Dragonflight. I would imagine it's just a recolor of one of the many that we did get, and that's also 600. We also have a couple of toys. We have the Photo Finisher for 1,000. This is Beckon a bronze whelpling to capture victorious moments against epic foes. So the way this works is actually crazy.
I talked about this already this morning. This one is pretty cool. It takes the screenshot for you. It's just a little bit broken right now. They need to fix it a little bit. I think this thing has potential to actually be a really cool little toy in the game.
So you activate it inside a raid, and every time you kill a boss, a bronze whelpling will spawn and take a screenshot automatically. Yeah. That is incredible. As well as the Ashen Horn.
The thing people are complaining about is, like, right now, the Bronze Dragon, you see him, he shows up right here in the top corner. He pops up, but then you get this as your screenshot, right? You just literally, with all your UI and everything, everyone's saying if you literally got the angle from the Bronze Dragon's, like, view without your UI and everything, like an action shot of the kill, that would be really cool. That would be something like everybody would want, for sure. So right now, it's literally just taking a screenshot. Also, it's bugged where, like, it only shows up for like a third of the bosses for some reason. It's obviously new. It's on the PTR, but it's a cool thought. I'm glad Blizzard's trying to do something creative. But look at it. After he gets the kill, pops
kill
up
a boss.
Right here.
A bronze whelpling will spawn and take a screenshot automatically. Cool. Yeah. That is incredible. As well as the Ashen Horn of the Fallen Keeper. This says, become encased in ash as embers of a Midrisil rain from above. This is insanely cool. So when you click it, it turns you to ash and changes the skybox to like fire. What? You can move around once you've clicked it, and literally any skybox that you're in just turns into this sort of like ashy fire appearance. It's such a cool effect. And we have the Oathstone Fragment. It says, throw a smooth rock fragment across the water and watch it skip. This one's pretty basic. All you do is click it and it just throws a stone which bounces along the ground. So 3 brand new unique toys on the Dragonflight vendor for various amounts of Time Warp badges, as well as a new pet. We have the Shadow Flame Remnant, which is a little sort of Shadow Flame elemental for 2,200 Time Warp badges. The next items are really cool. We actually have some dragon flying manuscripts which were never added to the game and are finally coming up with Dragonflight Time Walking. So the Cliffside Wilderdrake Sleekhorns.
Okay, real quick, before he shows these mounts, I think I'll be angry for the rest of my life that Dracthyr didn't look like this. I think if Dracthyr looked like this guy, like the fucking Draconid, you would have had a huge part of the player base actually make Drakthir. But instead, they went with the sexual fetish scaly boys. You got to go with the skinny femboys, and now we got that shit. You know, like this should have been an option. Make this a body type option. Look at how freaking girthy these guys are. My God, unreal. Too bad.
Finally coming up with Dragonflight Time Walking. So the Cliffside Wilderdrake Sleekhorns coming in for 1,000.
There's nothing wrong with the femboy option, but give us the chody boy option too. That's all I'm saying.
1,000 badges. We have the Flourishing Whimsidrake Gold and Pink Armor for 1,000. The Grotto Netherwing Drake, purple and silver armor for 1,000, and another appearance for the Grotto Netherwing Drake, which is the yellow scales. So yeah, as said, these were added to the data way back in Dragonflight and were never ever actually used. So yeah, really cool to see those coming in. Also as well with the new Time Walking will be the addition of the Shadowlands mounts being added to the vendor for 5,000 each. So if you didn't get these back in the previous Turbulent Timeways, you can now purchase these for 5,000. As well as that, we also have a few little random appearances. So we have the Expeditioner's Mallet, which is a one-handed mace for 50 Time Warp badges, as well as the Rothhide Crusher, which is a two-handed mace in sort of the Rothhide theming. It looks pretty cool. We have the Slumbering Guardian's Bulwark as well, which is an awesome-looking shield for 35, and the Chronomental Gauntlets, which is just some random generic gloves for 25 in plate.
Man, we also have you know, even seeing the shield, I just think, like, we got Augmentation Evoker. It is what it is. Had they given us a Black Dragonflight tanking Draconid, that would have been crazy. And then there's so many dragon shields in the game. It would have been a really cool spec to play. I think it even would have helped out tanking numbers. Instead, we got Augie boys, you know, enhancing everything.
Mental Gauntlets, which is just some random generic gloves for 25 in plate. We also have the Knockhide Reaver's leg plates as well, which do match the gloves. And then we have some rings as well, which are obviously not that relevant. We also have some rep tokens, which do give 300 reputation each and 50 badges. We have the Dragonscale Expedition, the Muruk Centaur, the Iskara Tuskar, the Valdraken Accord, Loam Niffin, and Dream Warden. So if there's some items you still need to get from those reputations, you'll be able to get those in Dragonflight Time Walking. And that's everything from the vendor. So yeah, Dragonflight Time Walking. I really like Dragonflight. I think it was a really great expansion, and the dungeons are sublime. Really cool to see some of those unused appearances coming to the vendor as well with this Time Walking. So let's move on to the next update, and that is, of course, Turbulent Timeways. Turbulent Timeways does return in 1207 with its...
Of course, because I'm going on vacation, the Turbulent Timeways event's going to happen. It's literally like a fucking calendar event that marks when I'm leaving. Every single time, because an event that requires you to log in once a week, at least for like 5 weeks, has to drop when I'm fucking gone. Always fucking happens. And then I have to buy the mount the next freaking Turbulent Timeways.
Starting on June 16th and running until August 25th, which might be your Season 2 launch date, potentially. Or patch 12.1, I guess we'll see. That is a 10-week event. This, of course, will include a quest where you can get a heroic piece from Quel'Thalas raids every week during Time Walking. So that's going to be some great catch-up for characters that do need it. As of right now, we don't know the full schedule, but of course it will include Dragonflight Time Walking, probably being the first one there. But yeah, we have so many different Time Walkings now. It's just going to be a lot going on. Of course, with the new Turbulent Timeways comes a new achievement, Master the Turbulent Timeways 5. This is to gain Mastery of the Timeways for 5 weeks during the Turbulent Timeways event. This is essentially just doing...
You guys remember when Turbulent Timeways was broken and everyone got the 5 weeks in 1 week? And I missed it because they fixed it by the time I started doing it? Yeah, I remember that. Well, I mean, at least this time, if the event's 10 weeks... then you can miss more than just 2 weeks and still get this shit. Usually the event's been like 7 or 8 weeks. So they're extending it this time, which allows you to miss more weeks. You can miss half of it, basically, and still get this thing.
4 Time Walking dungeons in a row for 5 weeks. It doesn't have to be 5 weeks in a row. You have 10 weeks to play with. So yeah, you're probably going to get this if you're just keeping up with Time Walking. The reward for this is an awesome new Proto Drake called the Spawn of Viranoth. Yes, you are going to ride around on Viranoth as of 1207. This is an amazing looking mount. They've really outdone themselves with this, and it is pretty easy to get just from completing the Master of the Turbulent Time.
You know the mount's good when it's worthy of being a store mount. This looks like a store mount. This is a badass mount. I'm excited to get this one.
Ways achievement. And I
Same
would
with my
imagine
nice,
if you do miss this event,
Frosty
you can just
K-Mod.
purchase it on the vendor when the next round of Turbulent Timeways comes about. So yeah, guys, that is all the time walking updates in patch 1207. Let me know your thoughts on Dragonflight time walking. Let me know your thoughts on Turbulent Timeways coming back once again. It does feel like we get it quite often now, but hopefully will bring us straight into patch 12.1 of Midnight. So guys, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please do leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to support me outside of YouTube, I'm also on Patreon and I'm on Twitter at MrGMYT, and I have a partner Discord channel as well. And also I am now streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me stream World of Warcraft, Midnight Season 1, 1207 PTR, all that good stuff, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.
Good video overall. Yeah, the Timeways event, Blizzard's doing a lot with it in 12.0.7, and then 10 weeks is good. Definitely removes some of the FOMO missing out on the event for sure. So nice stuff. Definitely some shit I want to get out of this event. So we'll be doing some of it. Nice video from Mr. GM overall.